listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. My name is Ken Lawler. I'm the host. You might be watching us in the LOZ app. You might be listening to us on KRMS radio on Saturdays from 10 to 11 a.m. That's the Simulcast. We love our collaboration with KRMS. You can find any of their stations in the app, and with one tap, you can be listening. And it's a great collaboration between the two of us. You know, the LOZ Podcast Network talks to a lot of people around the lake area about all kinds of different things. We talk to businesses, sometimes we talk to realtors, we talk to a lot of charities, and that's the case today. We have a super cool event that's coming up, and I am so happy to have Ashleigh Robinson with us from the Vivi Joe Barbie Poker Run. Ashleigh, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey, thank you so much for coming on with us. When I heard about your story and Vivi Joe, I had to get you guys on because I was just blown away by kind of this whole effort you have going on and the poker run. And, you know, being a parent with a special needs child, I understand that as parents, you know, when we decide we're going to be a parent, we take on everything that happens with our children. And sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's amazingly sad. And I know that tragedy a lot of times can sit and just fester, or you can use that to better someone's life. And you guys have chosen to do that. Tell me a little bit about Vivi Joe.
Well, Viv is and always will be the biggest light in the room. She is the biggest personality, and she's going to let you know exactly how she feels about everything and anything. And you know, she's the reason the poker run is the Barbie poker run is because she is the Barbie girl. She's the queen of the Barbies. If it's not pink, she doesn't want it. It's not how it works.
And so, you know, there's a particular type of cancer that Vivi had, and it's DIPG. And I won't even attempt to tell you what that means, but I know you do. So tell us a little bit about that.
So DIPG is diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. That is a really rare aggressive tumor that grows on your brainstem. And what happens with that is there's no effective treatments at this time. There's been no advancements in 60 years. It's a very aggressive brain tumor, and it's inoperable and uncurable. In most kids, they are diagnosed between the ages of 5 and 10, and the median survival rate for that is 9 to 11 months. And Viv's battle was 9 months.
Was 9 months long, and it was earlier than 5, right? She was younger than that.
Yeah, she was 4. It was a month after she turned 4 that we had found it, and you know?
Yeah. And you know, I'm blown away and amazed about how somebody can even function, but not only just function, but come back and truly put the memory and the effort into something positive, which for the poker run, for the Barbie poker run it just blows me away when this happens. And when parents get together and they decide they're going to turn it around, they're going to shine the light that was there for so long on other people. And, you know, I really am excited for this event coming up. And can you tell people about the event and kind of give us a little flair for what's coming on?
Yeah. So the event starts at 10 a.m. on June 6th. We're heading out of dog days. We'll have donuts and all sorts of fun stuff there right in the morning. And then we have stops at Frankie and Louie's, Lake Burger, Tap and Grill, Neon Tacos, Shady Gators, and then we end out at Backwater Jackson Level 5 for our after party. We'll have raffles out there. We're running a special drink menu. They're going to donate the proceeds from that. It's a really cool event.
And everything goes to charity. The Cure Starts Now, correct? That's the charity.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's also some parents that had a similar experience, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we opened our chapter this last November or maybe early December. But the Cure Starts Now started in 2007, and our founders, their daughter had DIPG. But the Cure Starts Now is for all brain cancers, not just DIPG. There's a lot of different ones out there, and they're so underfunded.
Yeah, and that's the problem with cancer research is there's just not enough money to go around, particularly in those cancers that are really rare. Like, right. I mean, the ones that are everybody's working on them. So they get a lot more of the money than the ones that are rare.
That, and I mean, of the national funding, pediatric cancer as a whole, not just brain cancer, but pediatric cancer as a whole only receives a little less than 4% of the national funding for cancer. So pediatric cancer is really underfunded because you take that and you look at all of the categories of cancer that fall under pediatric cancer. And then brain cancer, is just a sliver of that. And you get like this much funding from the national. Yeah.
And that surprised me because you would think pediatric would get a huge amount of attention. I mean, these are,
you would think
these are kids with their whole lives ahead of them. So, I mean, like, and the fact that you guys are doing this, and I love the theme. People are going to just rally around this theme. I can't wait to see the pictures of people who are going to dress up. I mean, what girl doesn't want to dress up like Barbie?
Absolutely. There's a prize for best dressed.
And I'm sure you'll have
to have a good poker hand. You just have to dress up.
Yeah, my name's Ken, so I get it, but I'm sure you're going to see some other Kens show up at this thing.
Yeah.
But and I mean, the venues that you're going to that's awesome. I mean, you've got, George Tucker and JG and Pruitt, all those guys are getting together to just help, with all their locations and the fact that they're giving some proceeds back. That's just amazing,
Yeah,
amazing
all
story.
of those guys were a big part of Vivian's battle, whether it was getting us back and forth to the Mayo Clinic for her or just making things a little bit easier on our family. They were all involved in some way, shape, or form. And so
I know we weren't able to get Paul on today, your husband, but I mean, he's involved too, and you guys are doing this together, and there's just a lot of stuff. But I think it's an amazing event, and it's going to be so fun. And I just want to remind everybody, I don't care what you do, you can go decide you're going to go enter the event. You can go attend at one of the locations when they're coming by. You can go on and buy a t-shirt or some swag. You can go just give them money. You can volunteer, whatever it is, try to get involved and help. You can go to the LOZ app under the charity section. You guys have a tile right there under your event. You click that and you can get all the information and sign up. We want to try to make this one of the biggest things going on and try to shine the light on Vivi Jo as she's shown her light on everybody else. Just so cool that you guys are doing this. And I love the theme, and, let's raise a bunch of money and try to get a cure for this.
Yes, that's the goal.
Well, listen, thanks for joining me today on the LOZ Podcast Network. I wanted to get you guys on. The event again is on June 6th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so June 6th. So guys, there's still time. You can get out there. You can join up, do whatever you can. And I'm sure you guys will have other events going after this too, but this is kind of the big one, and it's coming on. So, if you can't do anything else, at least go by one of these locations that day and throw a couple bucks in the hat for what they're doing, because it's an amazing event. Ashleigh, I'm so just blown away by, the fact that you've rallied yourself and your husband, and you guys are out there doing something positive with such a tragedy. It's just an amazing attribute to you guys and what you're doing.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. That's another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network, and we will be right back after these words.